Hi guys, it's Julie with Enhanced by Julie. That will probably be the last time you hear the Enhanced by Julie. I am going to change the name of my channel. Within the next video, the name of my channel will be Julie Christina. I'm going to drop the Enhanced by Julie. I think the Julie Christina just seems more fitting because I'm at a different place in my life. In this video, I'm going to explain to you guys on where I've been since October. I know that I just have not been posting anything since I did the giveaway back in October. I did do a video a week or so ago, and I explained to you guys that I will be, doing another video explaining to you on where I've been. This will be a get ready with me. I will let you guys know the new products, well, not new products, but products that I've been using to achieve my everyday look. It is 7:44 in the morning. I am getting ready to go to church. So this is going to be like a real, hopefully natural soft beat for church. I am wearing lavender, so I'm going to play around with some things that complement my dress for church today. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes first and foremost. I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the color Tan Sand, and I'm just going to dab this on my eyes. That's just to give me a clean base to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this on my eyes. I love this concealer. I still do love it. I don't use it so much as under my eyes anymore, especially since it's getting hot, because it is a thick concealer. And if I do, I just put a dab just to brighten in the corners, like right here underneath, to brighten that part a little bit. But as far as using it all over, I don't use it too much anymore, but I absolutely love the concealer. I will be setting this with my Huda Beauty, y'all. I absolutely love this powder. This is in the color Blondie, and I'm just going to use just a little bit of this just to set the concealer on my eyes. Just a set. Also going to be using this Give Me Glow palette. It is I think this one is the Berry Quad. I am wearing lavender. I don't know if this color is picking up as lavender. In my viewfinder it's picking up as lavender, but on my laptop it's not. But this is lavender. So I'm going to dig into this color right here and just use that as a crease color. So I'm just going to put this right here in the crease. Okay, well, let's get right into it as I blend out my crease. I really don't want this video to be over 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes. So let's get right into it. Back in October, my mother ended up getting sick. She ended up in the ICU unit at the hospital, and she had respiratory failure. But let me go back to where years ago. I'll say about 20 years ago. About 25 years ago. My mom was diagnosed with this disease called sarcoidosis. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but if you're not, you can Google it. It'll tell you, everything you need to know about it. Google is life. She ended up being diagnosed with this disease called sarcoidosis, and her sarcoidosis affected her lungs and her eyes, but more so her lungs. Next, I'm going to dig into this lavender color right here out of this palette, and I'm going to also put that in my crease as well. So, yeah, this is going to be like a real spring makeup look, fresh makeup look. Real subtle. Where was I? So I'm gonna basically she was diagnosed with sarcoids. And one thing about it is growing up with a parent who had sarcoids, like the parent, they look good on the outside. Like on the outside, you would not know that they are as sick as they are. And for a long time, it was hard for my brother and I to understand that, because we were like, you look fine, you know, you okay. But in the inside, this disease was slowly, you know, just her health was declining slowly. It didn't look like it from the outside because she looked normal. You know, most people who are sick, you see them being sick from the outside. She looked healthy. So we didn't understand that. And but eventually, as time went on, you know, what was going on in the inside started showing on the outside. So I'm going to fast forward. Here it is 25 years later, back in October. She ended up sick. She had respiratory failure. And one thing about this disease is that she was already on the last stage of sarcoids. It's not like cancer, because with her being on the last stage, like, you can live out a long time. I think she's been on the last stage of sarcoids for the last 10 years. So it wasn't anything definite that, you know, it wasn't definitive that, you know, she was gonna, you know, die or anything like that, right, you know, right then. But we did know that, however, she was on the last stage of sarcoids. But it was for the last 10 years. I know I'm rambling. Let me try to get right to it. Okay, I'm going to take this James Charles palette, and I'm going to take this purple shade right here. And I'm going to also put that in the crease. So she ended up with respiratory failure. She ended up in the ICU unit. She did not have to be incubated, basically put on life support. But what they did is they did use a BiPAP machine just to assist her with breathing. She ended up with this thing called Pseudomonas, and this is something that she always get. If I'm not mistaken, Pseudomonas is a form of pneumonia. And the kind that she gets is because of all of the inflammation. You know, we have, you know, a normal person like me, I can get Pseudomonas, but my immune system is strong enough to fight it off before it turns into anything else. At this time, my mom has been taking steroids in high doses of it for the last 20 something years. And her body, her immune system, what steroids does, it causes a lot of things. It weakens the immune system, so her immune system is like non-existent. It also thins the skin, so she had thin skin, and because of that, it caused a lot of dead skin, and it caused a lot of shedding. Steroids basically, you know, it helped her. It allowed her to live as long as she did, but it also hurt her in the long run, because taking it for so long at that amount, it causes more harm than it helps you, from what I was told. So basically, she ended up in ICU. She was getting better. She was able to be transported to a long-term care center. Where I live, there's only 2 long-term care facilities in the state. So she chose the one in the city where her brothers and sisters were. And I noticed that when she got there, she just never got better. She just never, you know, got better. This was October, November. And she just will always complain to me. The color that I'm putting in now, I'm going to deepen up the outer V in my Give Me Glow. I think it's the Berry Quad. I'm using this dark color right here, and I'm just going to deepen up this crease right here. And so I got a call at work, and they told me, you know, even after that, I would talk to the nurses and like, something is not right. You know, my mom is not eating. She's not getting better. And, you know, the whole time they're like brushing it off, like making it seem like it's nothing. And so I'm already in 14 minutes. Let me hurry up. So she just never got better, and I received a call from work, and they said that they were going to rush her to, they were going to take her straight from that facility straight to the ICU unit because she was having complications. So I left work, I went there immediately. It probably took me an hour 45 minutes to get there from my job. And when I got there to the hospital, she wasn't there, so I had to go to the facility. She was still at the facility, and they were waiting on transport to come and take her. So basically, she ended up in respiratory failure again. She had to be put on life support to help her, you know, just to give her body rest so she can be assisted with breathing. She actually... it was a, you know, that was a very critical situation. When she went in there, you know, the doctors, they told us, you know, right now we just need your mom just to make it overnight. If she make it overnight, that's, you know, that was the main thing with her, being able just to survive through the night. And that's what, you know, we were praying for. But with God's will, everything worked out perfectly, and she was able, you know, she pulled through. She pulled through. She was there for about 2 weeks. I mean, the whole time I'm actually working my full-time job. I'm working my part-time jobs. I'm taking off to be at the hospital, and she ended up getting better. And so she ended up, the 2 long-term care facilities that we have in our state, she ended up going to the other one. Because I think the people at the first one, they just dropped the ball. You know, she was sick for a long time. She was showing signs that something wasn't right. And even with me asking and questioning them, they still didn't take things serious. So she ended up going to the other long-term care facility, and she actually got better. Believe it or not, she actually, you know, was doing well. She got a lot better. I'm going to spray my brush, and I'm going to go into the James Charles palette, and I'm just going to take this shimmer color right here, and I'm going to put that over the inner corner of the lid. And I'm also going to take this Morphe palette. This is the Magic palette, and I'm going to take this the Ozone, this pink shimmer, and I'm going to put that on the outer part. So I'm going to spray my brush because I want to get the most out of it. And so so she ended up being transferred to the other facility, and she actually did well there. She actually got better. They got her healthy. You know, during this whole time, you know, she was weak, because from the time she was in the hospital in the first time to the time that she was in hospital, the second time, she really wasn't eating. So, you know, her body, you know, she was just weak, you know. So they actually work with her with therapy to get her back strong. And, you know, my mom did so well. So I'm putting that pink right there. I don't know if you can see it, just right there. She ended up going to a rehab place, because in order for her to come home, she had to walk a certain distance. And because of her not eating for so long, they were trying to build her strength up. They had her on a high protein diet just to build muscles and everything. And she went to our rehab center, which was a nursing home with the rehab part. So she was there working, and she actually was doing good. She needed to be able to stand and walk, I believe, a certain distance in order for her to come home. The week that my mother actually took her first step, she ended up sick. You know, we was going there to see her. She just kept saying, you know, her stomach was hurting, and I was just like, maybe it's something you ate, you know, because sometimes, like, we took food as much as we could to that facility, because the stuff those places be serving people is ridiculous, you know. So we didn't trust it. So we, you know, and she just said her stomach was hurt. I was like, so you want me to go get you some soup? She was like, no, you know, your brother is cooking today. I want his food. That was her thing. She wanted what he was cooking. And so I said, okay. So she was fine. She was just like, she would be fine. So I'm going to line my eyes with this NYX Professional Epic Ink Liner. Love this stuff. I'm just going to line my eyes. I'm not going to talk during this step. Drastic eyeliner. I didn't want it that drastic, but let me tell you one thing about eyeliners. Once you mess up, you just gotta commit to it, because I'm not wiping all of this off to start over. So I'm going to use my Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. I'm going to use this to coat my eyelashes before applying my falsies. I got my lashes. These lashes actually came, I ordered some hair from a hair company and they came in there. I don't know the name of these lashes. They're not too dramatic. They're just right for me. So I'm going to put glue on them. They're well used lashes, I can tell you that. I've been wearing these lashes on and off for the last month now. I don't throw lashes away. Like, I use them until they cannot be used anymore. So while those are drying, I'm going to wipe the excess stuff from underneath my eyes. That's just the excess stuff. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Poreless Primer. I bought this stuff. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. I do miss my hangover primer. But this stuff, it's not bad. I like it. It gets the job done. I'm gonna put my lashes on before I go to the next step, because after, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys exactly what happened. My mom ended up in a rehab. She took her first step and she ended up sick, and she ended up in back in the emergency room. They kept her over in the regular room for one day. I went to work because she was just saying that she had a stomach ache. She, you know, go to work. So on my way from work, I was going to the hospital. I went to her room. She wasn't there. They told me that she was in ICU. So I went back there in ICU with her, and she was really sick, you guys. Her blood pressure was down. Her heart rate was up. While sitting there, my mom ended up coding right there in front of me. The nurses came in. They called the code blue. They rushed me out the room, and they had to get her heart back, you know, working. That was hard for me. I called my brother. He came. Family members came that night to support. My mom ended up, in this particular visit, it was just different. It was a different feeling from the beginning. During that time, you know, when you go through things, sometimes you have to go through things in life, and it brings you closer. Oh God, I did not want to do this. It allowed me to have a closer relationship with God. During that time, he gave me the strength that I needed to, every day, to be there for my mom, and to, you know, be there, you know, for my job and everything, because I was tired. It was exhausting. Mentally, it was exhausting, but physically, I asked God for strength, and he gave me all the strength that I needed to make it day by day. So my mom ended up being in the ICU unit for 33 days. Several times, well, I remember day 20, she was back there. The doctor came in and said, there's nothing we can do. You know, you're going to have to make a decision. Your mom is basically suffering, because when she coded, she never woke up. You know, they didn't have her on sedatives at at the time when they were trying to wake her up. They didn't have her on sedatives or anything for her to not wake up, but she just never wake up. And day 20, you know, the doctor came in, and you know what, I prayed and I prayed during this whole time, the whole 33 days. I prayed. You know, I ended up with a personal relationship with God, let me tell you, because he was my keeper. He was my strength. He was my source of strength. So day 20, you know, it was like, and you know, day 21, my mom woke up. She woke up. We couldn't hear her talk because during the incubation stage, they can only have you on the vented through the mouth for only up to 14 days before, because they don't want to mess up your voice box. So they ended up doing a tracheotomy. So when she woke up, she wasn't able to talk, you know. And, you know, she was in high spirits, you know, she started doing well. And her health ended up declining with this Pseudomonas. Basically, she became resistant to all the antibiotics and the Pseudomonas, and because of the sarcoids, she lost her battle, and she ended up passing away on March 30th. She ended up passing away. She was surrounded by family and her loved ones. Every, you know, one was there. But I need a minute. So that's where I've been. So from October up until, you know, now, I've been dealing with, you know, my mom being critically ill, getting better, being critically ill again, doing better, being critically ill, and passing away. And that in itself is, you know, it's one thing to lose your mom. My mom was the father and the mother in our household. With my brother and I, our fathers were not present in our lives growing up at all. And we knew them, but they wasn't an active member in our lives. So my mom did everything. And to lose someone, you know, who is that mother, it's hard, you know, it's a process. But, you know, I thank God for strength. I thank God for understanding. I thank God that he allowed me to know that she even had a personal relationship with him, and she was able to wake up and, you know, pray and, you know, be in the presence of God and get things right. You know what I mean? And because, you know, I come from a Christian family, and all of us are believers. And so I just thank God for that, because I know that she's in a better place. I feel it. You know, people say you don't know, you don't know. I know. My mom is in a better place. She's not suffering anymore. So that's where I've been. I'm not going to talk about this again. So I thought I owe this to you guys. So no more talking about it, because I'm going to lose it. So basically, let's get back into this makeup look. I'm going to go ahead and apply these lashes. They still kind of wet. So I'm going to let them get tacky some more, because I need them to be real tacky. This foundation, it's not a new foundation. It's the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. You know I was a NARS Natural Radiant girl. But I decided to buy this, and let me tell you, I'm in love with this. It's Sheer Glow. I mean, Natural Radiant is more full coverage to me. That's like if you want to go out and you just want to be flawless. With this Sheer Glow, it doesn't mean that the foundation is sheer. It only means that it has a sheer glow, but it's still, you know, full coverage. So I just dot it all over my face. As you can see, what I had on the back of my hand is not much, because I don't apply much, because the more you use, the more full coverage it'll be. And right now I'm just going for something natural. So I like to spray my brush with my MAC Fix Plus. And basically, I'm going to blend this out all over my face. And this is the Instapot brush by Real Techniques. You guys, I love this brush. If you don't have these Instapot brush in your life, you need to. It just applied the foundation so flawlessly. So I'm just patting it in. And I'm going fast because and what I do to separate the eyebrows is with the foundation brush, I just go in between and I just shear out the beginning. And I don't have unibrow anymore. So what I'm going to do, in this palette right here, this is something that I got from for $1. It's the NYX Sculpt and Highlight. duo. I'm going to take the dark side and I'm going to use this just to contour. Just a little bit. I really don't cream contour anymore, but for the sake of this video, let's do it. I just wanted to try it out anyway, just to see how it would be. It's not bad. So I'm going to go over the edges with my foundation brush just to blend it out. And for highlighter, this is the NYX Deep Concealer Palette, but within this palette, I do not have NYX Concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I just empty out a tube in here. This is Fawn mixed with Toffee. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this right here. Just a little bit. Just to conceal under my eye. I like to take it there, then up my nose, forehead. And that's that. And I told you with the Shape Tape, I really don't. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. And then once I blend it out, I'm going to take the Shape Tape and I'm going to dab 2 dabs right there. I just like using it in basically in the inner corners of my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. And once I blend this out, I need to pop on them lashes before they dry all the way. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that. Okay, this corner has dried, so let me put some glue on it. So when that dry more, I can stick it down. But let's get back into this blending under the eyes, because I really want to blend this out. Good. And I'm going to take my Huda Beauty powder, dip it in there, and I'm going to set under my eyes. Y'all, this powder is, I've tried a lot of powders, but this powder right here, I love it. I love the finish that it gives. I have to get more for my kit for my clients. I love Sasha, don't get me wrong, Sasha is good. Benai is good. But Huda, this powder is life. So I'm just gonna bake just like that. I'm moving fast, you guys. I'm looking in a small mirror, my viewfinder. I'm doing my makeup by those things. That's what it is. I'm gonna take my this is another product that I got. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in mahogany. This stuff right here, oh my gosh, I think besides that NARS Sheer Glow, this is one of the products that I am excited about, that I absolutely love. This is like a favorite. It's like, how did I go so long without this product? I absolutely love it. So I'm just gonna get all under there, carve out those cheeks, because I just want to be bronzy. I just love being bronzy. And I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to contour my nose with the same powder. Just dab it in and contour my nose. How that look? How that coming off? Okay, my bronzer. Am I bronze? Yes, I am. So what I like to do is I take just a regular brush. This is a Morphe G40 brush. Look at this brush, y'all. This brush, I need to throw this thing away. You see the bristles on it? I'm gonna get another one, but I love this brush just to wipe away product. And I'm sure I got a similar brush like this, but I just go for this one because it's raggedy and this just gets the job done. And what I do is I just wipe the powder off and blend at the same time. And so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC deep powder and I'm going to set the rest of my face. And this right here just brings everything together, y'all. I usually do this part before bronzing, but I forgot. Next, what's next? Blush. Let me go ahead and put on my blush. And for blush today, I'm going to use this e.l.f. blush palette. It is the dark one. And I'm going to take this color right here. Right here. Just a little bit, because these are very pigmented. And I'm just going to go like that. Just a little bit, just a subtle color, not too much. Okay, after I'm done with that, I am going to do my favorite part, y'all. Highlighting. So I'm going to get my highlighter brush. And I'm going to, y'all see that? Just gorgeous, just for no reason. And I'm using the Juvia's Place the Royalty 2 loose highlighter. Y'all see that? All right, and I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to dip it into there. I'm going to do the tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose. I like the highlight there. I just like the glow, y'all. Okay, because I don't want to blind the pastor at church, so I'm gonna go over everything with my face brush just to tone it down a little bit. And next I am going to spray my face. Hot. Just get rid of the powdery look. And then next I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever all nighter spray. I like using that and the MAC together. I don't know why. I do it and I just like doing it. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lip gloss. I'm gonna go and do something with my hair, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put on this lip gloss for now. I'm gonna go do my hair, get this lace together. You see it right there. Get that together. And I'm gonna come back and apply my lip. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. What I did is I just loose one curl my hair. I wanted them really loose. But I came into a problem, you guys. I installed this wig last night, and what happened was I used the styling mousse to do the edges, but I played with it too long. And one thing about it is that once you apply your lace front and you put any type of wet product, mousse to anything, the lace will lift. So that is a quick process. So once you apply the mousse, if you want to, once you apply the lace front, if you want to do the baby hairs, you have to work quick and go ahead and set it and let it dry. If not, the lace will lift. You guys, my lace lift. And you know what I did? I tied down my hair anyway and I went to sleep. And what has happened is that the lace glue is right here and my lace front is back here. So all of this right here is just dried glue. There's nothing I can do at this point but take this wig off. So when I get back from church, I'll be taking this wig off. I'll wash it again, remove the glue from the lace, and I'll have to reapply it. and it feels so good. This hair is from the store hair. I actually purchased this hair with my own money. This is the second purchase that I had from this company, and I absolutely love the hair. But let's get into the lips. I'm going to go ahead and do the lips. I'm going to do like a soft pink look. The lip liner that I'm using is MAC Current. So I'm only going to do, it's MAC Current. And the lipstick that I'm going to be using is MAC Nicki Minaj, and this is the pink print. Okay guys, with my dress, this is the final look. I'll try to stand and give you guys a look. Y'all, I have to take this wig off. I gotta take this wig off. Look at that. But I gotta use it to go to church because I'm running late. So it is 8:53. Church start at 9, so I should get there about 9:15. But I'm gonna stand up and just give you all guys an overall look of this dress. This dress is from Lane Bryant. It is kind of big. I purchased it in a size 18. I should have went down to a 16, but it is what it is. A lot of room in this dress, so I should have went down a size. I hate I got to reapply this wig. That's what I do. So guys, thank you for listening. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, this will be the only video with me talking about this incident. I just want to thank you guys for sticking it out with me. I will be posting new videos coming soon. And maybe I'll do a video on how I apply my wig. Maybe I'll shoot a video for that. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Bye.